Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Hello and welcome back to another fantastic broadcast here with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. I have got a phenomenal guest that's going to help you hashtag ignite and take flight in every area of your life. So go ahead, come on in and get in where you fit in. Why? Because I've always got room around my table for you. So go ahead, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that Lotus Richey Ignite Show is here, and we're going to help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life. So when you come in, go ahead, let us know where you're tuning in from. We always like to know so we can say a hearty hello and welcome to you from all around the world. And also, many of you oftentimes say, Lotus, we want to know what's in your cup. What are you drinking? What are you sipping on? Is it some good water? Is it some good tea? What is it going to be? So I'm going to tell you this. Go ahead and get you something to drink, and I'll tell you what I've got in my cup. This evening, I've got some water, which is great for the body. All right, so I'm going to take a sip. And by the way, if you don't have your Ignites merch cup, go ahead over and you'll see in this broadcast, you'll see the link later on to go ahead and get your merch cup, get your Lotus Ignites cup, get your Lotus Ignites bag, your hot pants, your hoodie, and everything you need, because you know it's getting a little chilly now, so you definitely want to go ahead and get a hoodie. And I'm going to take a sip, and so should you. Oh, I love that water. Woo, I love that water. So with no further ado, I want to tell you what I always tell people. Go ahead and get your notepad. And then I held up my pen. I said notepad, right? Go ahead and get your notepad and go ahead and get your pen. Why? Because note takers are money makers. Okay. And if you take notes tonight, you are going to learn some phenomenal information tonight, because tonight I've got an incredible guest. She has braved the odds of just coming from a single mom, losing a baby. She has braved the odds of so much tragedy, so much hurt and pain, but still she forged through it. And tonight she's coming on to let us know how that you and I and the whole world can ignite and take flight in every area of our life. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about her book, You Are Not Alone. Because many of you are out there and you're entrepreneurs, you're working day and night, and sometimes you all are a one-man band or a one-woman band, and you're struggling and you find it really hard to make it. Well, guess what? Tonight, we're going to empower you and inspire you with this wonderful, wonderful guest that I have tonight that's going to help you ignite and take flight, especially on this program tonight. So go ahead, tell your friends, tell your frenemies to come on in, because it's time to ignite and take flight. And I'll be right back. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. All right. Welcome back So I see many of you are already streaming in. You're already ready for the Ignite and Take Flight show with Lotus Roche. I want to welcome you all the way from Philippines. I don't see your face, but I see that you are in a place. Hello, hello, and welcome from the Philippines. And don't hesitate, put your name in the link below. And I see Dorothy Ross, great to see you. Happy to have you here. She said, I have time to take a flight with you tonight. Well, I am super duper happy that you are here tonight because I know you stay busy. So we have Harris Tay. Good to see you all the way from the Philippines. Angela Elting, wonderful to see you all the way from Washington, D.C. Laura Faye's here tonight from the Philippines. And Claudia Douglas, good to see you, Claudia. Where are you coming in from? And good night, everyone, to all of you as well. And Kamisha Scott, where are you coming in from? We want to know. Go ahead and put it in the chat below. And I see somebody, Claudia said, wait a minute, I know how to come into the broadcast. I'm coming in from Jamaica. Well, welcome, man. We're super duper happy to have you. And I tell you what, you came to the right place tonight because I got a fire guest tonight. This woman, she has braved so many obstacles. Nothing standing her way. Nobody getting her way. And I'm here to tell you tonight, she's got something to say. So you want to be here. Tell your friends, tell everybody, come on in, because it's time to win with my special guest. So you see, I know I have folks, family members who are from Jamaica. So I feel you. So blessings to you. Happy to see you here. And I see someone all the way from Canada. Kamisha is here from Canada. So thank you so much. So listen, I know everybody wants to see my guest, Simone Rowe. She's amazing. So if you're ready to get down and get on the go with Simone Rowe, put a number 2 in the comment block. Like you know, put a number 2 in the comment block, like you know, because guess what? It is this time that I have to bring out my guest. So I want you to welcome my incredible guest. She is a Guinness World Record holder. She's an international best-selling author. She's a philanthropist, and she's a single mother. And you know, it's not easy being a single mother. Would you please welcome my esteemed guest, Miss Simone Rowe? Hey there.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right. Fantastic. Super duper happy to have you here. I told the folks all around the world a little bit about who you are and some of the things that you do, but I would love for you to share a little bit more about who you are.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
I love your energy. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So tell our folks who you are. Tell them a little bit more about Simone Rowe.
Yes. So you already know my name is Simone Rowe. I am a single mom of 3 children, one of which passed away this year. Yes. He's now in heaven. His name is Gabriel. He's watching over me right now. I'm also a best-selling author. I was so, oh my goodness, I was so excited when I met you. It was actually this year that we met, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it was such an exciting moment, because I just love your energy. I love, like, you know, you just have a friendly atmosphere, like the way that you are, like people are drawn to you. You get what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
So I was so excited when I met you. And I remember I said to you at one point that I want to be on your show, right?
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, like, nothing happened before time. I'm so excited to be here right now. At the time that we met, I remember I told you that, you know, I was going through so much and I just lost my son. And I'm thinking of writing a book. I was in the process of writing that book. Yes. But I'm telling you, when we decide to do something that God has called us to do, I know that the devil always rise up and he wants to eliminate everything that we are planning to do.
Yes.
But I thank God that he allowed me to still go ahead and I complete my book. So yes, I am a best-selling author right now. My book has been published. You know what, Miss Miss Richie, I was actually thinking right now because there is something special about the number 7. There's
Yes.
something special because on the 7th, I bury my son, right? And
Yes.
then on the 17th now, you are having me on your show. And on the 7th of October, I publish my book. So
Wow.
and on the 7th of December, I'm planning to do my book launch party. So I'm thinking, what is about the number 7 that
7.
is so powerful?
Well, you know they say the number 7 is the number is God's number. So
Wow.
that special number 7, if many of you are familiar with the number 7 and you like number 7, put a number 7 in the comment block below. Put a number 7 in the comment block below. And I got to tell you, I'm super honored that the sevens are moving on
Yes.
your behalf. The
Yes.
sevens are moving on your behalf. I'm super happy about that. So let's get right into it, folks. Let's talk a little bit about some of your hardship, because you talked to us a little bit about the fact that yes, you are an international best-selling author. You're a Guinness
Yes,
World Record
I
holder,
am.
but it didn't come without hardship. And you talked a little bit about your hardship with losing your child. And folks, just so you know, I have spent time with her. So I've heard her story. And I got to tell you, it is so compelling to hear a bit of her story. So if you would go ahead and tell us a bit about your hardship and how it inspired you, to do what you're doing and how you made it through, because it was so difficult. So let's talk a little bit about your hardship and how you endured and how it made you stronger.
Definitely, definitely. So, last year I was living a normal life. I was a single mom and everything, but I mean, like, I've been a single mom for so long that I kind of
Yes.
get used to it to a certain extent, but I never knew what was yet to come. So last year around June, I found out I was pregnant again. And the first thing that came to my mind, to be honest, was, oh my goodness, how am I going to manage? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I found out I was pregnant, I decided to tell the person that I was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that much of a serious relationship. So I
Yes.
didn't know how he was going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was far beyond what I was expecting. I remember when I said to him, this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, he was giving me a little bit of on and off. He wasn't sure what he wanted. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep on doing what I need to do. So anyways, I went back in a few weeks later, and the doctor said I should do an ultrasound. They wanted to do an ultrasound to see whether or not the baby had Down syndrome, right?
Right.
So when I went to do the ultrasound, I remember I was home that Friday afternoon, and I got a call, and the doctor said, oh, no, the assistant called me, and she said, the doctor need to see you immediately. So we
Wow.
all know when someone say that
Right.
to you on the phone, it's either it's something really bad, or I don't know what else to say. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was something, but I didn't know how serious it was.
Mm-hmm.
So in that time, I was trying to prepare myself for it, but I was not preparing myself for what was yet to come.
Right.
So I remember I went in, and just to look on her face, it gives me this bad feeling in my gut before I
Mm-hmm.
even see the doctor. So I was thinking to myself, something is wrong, but I was thinking maybe it's something that was fixable,
Right.
not something that was so tragic to the point where he had no chance of surviving.
Mm-hmm.
So to cut it short, the doctor told me that day that my son are showing signs of anencephaly. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if you guys know what anencephaly is. So with my son, it was the severe kind. So I remember he said to me, based on what he knows about anencephaly, this baby will not survive because he has the most severe kind, meaning that he has no brain, he has no skull. So
Wow.
with that news, I remember that day, with that news I got about my son, knowing that, I have two children already, it
Right.
broke me into tears. So I was there and I didn't know how to put myself together. Like I was just falling apart. I started to cry right there and then because I started to ask God, like, why are you putting so much things on one person? You know that I'm a single mom already. And
Mhm.
now I get pregnant. And it's not only that I get pregnant, but now they're telling me that my son has this kind of diagnosis, something
Mhm.
that I have no idea about. And
Mhm.
I remember that day I was like crying so much. And at the same time, I had to go and get my children from school.
Right.
So,
Mhm. And while you taking that breath, I heard you go, while you taking that moment, I want to share with the folks what anencephaly is, because
yes.
many people may not know what anencephaly is. If you know what anencephaly is, put a number 3 in the comment block below if you know what it is. And if you don't, put a number 4 in the comment block below. Put a number 4 in the comment block below. Okay. So with that being said, I want to share with you what anencephaly is, so that for those of us that are not familiar with it can have an idea. So I'm going to share this with you. So anencephaly, it's where I'll just read and I go right to Google. Anencephaly is a serious birth defect in which a baby is born without parts of the brain and skull. It is a type of neural tube defect. It's called NTD. As the neural tube forms and closes, it helps form the baby's brain and skull, the upper part of the neural tube, spinal cord, and backbone's lower part of the neural tube. And so I want to share this picture with you so that you can have a clear understanding of exactly what it is. Okay. So that we're tracking, okay, everybody, so that we're tracking. And these are some of the images of what those that condition is, okay? So just so that everyone is tracking. So thank you so much for sharing that. So please proceed.
Yeah, so it was very painful when I heard that news because at that moment I did not know what it meant. I did not know what it was. I was in a total shock. Like, when you don't have the knowledge of something, it makes
Yes.
you even worried even more, right? Because at
Yes.
least you would have an idea if you know what they're talking about, but I had no idea whatsoever. And I remember that evening I went home and I was in such distress. I knew I was gonna fall into depression. Like I could have felt it from the depths of my soul, because I knew that I was already a bit stressed out raising the two children by myself. And then
Right.
this news come on me. I said, oh my goodness, how am I gonna manage? So even though he was acting a certain way, I still wanted him to be there with me
Right.
to help me through what I was going through. But I got the shock of my life when I reached out back to him and I say, this is what the doctor told me based on the ultrasound.
Mhm.
I remember he said to me that night, that evening, he said to me, do not call back my number. Pretend that you never met me. I don't want to have anything to do with this pregnancy. Like, I don't want no sick baby or whatever, right? And a part of me wanted to get upset with him, but another part of me, I just did not have the strength to fight him. because I knew that I was in a situation right now that my kids them need me and
Mhm.
my unborn child need me as well, and I cannot use up extra energy to fight with them. So I
Exactly.
remember at that moment I said to myself, I'm not going to fight. And I just did as he requested. I never contact him again, nothing. I reached out to some people that I knew, including family members, and they were not there for me. Like, I was looking for them to step in and start showing that, you know what, Simone, you're not gonna be alone in this. I want to be there for you and stuff like that, but that did not happen either. So I remember I fell into depression because of all of that, because I was walking around with a weight on my shoulder, knowing that this is what the doctor is saying about my son, and I'm raising these two children by myself. I said to myself, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I remember nights after nights, I would be crying myself, not in front of my children. I would make sure I put them in bed and stuff, but I would be crying so much on my pillows. My pillows would be soaking wet, right? And I'm saying to myself, God, why are you allowing this to happen to me? Why is nobody here to help me? I don't understand. And then I remember that scripture in the Bible. It says, Psalms 121, it says, my help cometh from the Lord, who makes heaven and earth. When you look up to the Lord, he will send you the help that you need. And at times we have to go and seek that help, whether it's in person or whether it's social media or whatever the case might be. And I'm going to tell you guys something so amazing. And anyone who is watching this, I just want, whatever you're going through, you're going to know that you are not alone. You understand? This is one of the things that I want to leave with anybody who's watching this, is that you are not alone. At one point when I was going through what I was going through, the only thing that I could focus on was that I was going through it alone. But towards the ending, after I go through my depression, after I go through my darkest moment, after God has shown himself to me and stuff like that, is when I realized that God has never left me. He was with me all along. But the thing about us is that as human beings, when we are going through something, we focus on the circumstances of what we're going through and not on the message or the solution that God is trying to teach us, right? So anyways, I was there and I was going through something that was so dark, so deep. I was in depression, and I was walking around, and believe it or not, people did not even know that I was depressed, because I have a tendency of using my smile to hide my pain. So I'll be walking outside and people would think that Simone is fine, Simone is okay, but deep down underneath, every night I've been crying.
So
Every
hold on, because I know, because we've talked about this. So how many of you out there have gone through some things where you were suffering in silence, if you will? And later on, I'm going to ask Simone to read a couple of quotes from her wonderful book. But how many of you were suffering in silence? If you've been suffering in silence, if you've been putting on your A face, put a number 6 in the comment block below. Because, excuse me, because Simone says something very important. She fell into a deep depression. She felt like she was suffering alone. But when she looked at Psalms 121, she realized that she was not alone. And guess what? Neither are you. And what she realized is that she had to, in that moment, she had to focus on the message. Because if she did not focus on the message, she would have missed the message in the middle of the mess. So if you are feeling like you are alone, know that you are not alone, and do not miss the message that is for you in the middle of the mess. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back and keep going with this powerful topic, how you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. Why? Because you are not alone. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. We are here to inspire and empower you and ignite the fire of success within you so that you can ignite and take flight in every area of your life. We are here tonight with another great show with another powerful influencer that is intended to be here just for you. Welcome back to the Lotus Richey Ignite Show, where we are setting things on fire with my wonderful guest, Miss Simone Rowe. She is unequivocally international best-selling author. She's a Guinness World Record holder. She's a single mom. She's a philanthropist, but most importantly, she's a child of God, and she's here to tell you that you are not alone. So very quickly, I want to look at some of the comments from some of the folks that have been joining us. Katina York, good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Katina, let us know where you're joining us from. And Kamisha Scott says she's watching from Canada. Thank you so much. Claudia says, I know she is powerful. And yes, Miss Simone is very powerful. And we asked you guys to put a 2 in the comment block below earlier. And of course, Claudia said, welcome, Simone Rowe. And Angela said, welcome and congratulations. And she also said, yes, Lotus is an absolute magnet. So thank you so much. And completion, the number of completion, Katina said 7 is the number of completion. And we've got several sevens. And then I see Sean Segal all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Good to see you. Miss Dorothy Ross also said number 7 for completion. And Trishan Beadle said hello. And she said good night, everyone, which to us here in the United States, that means good evening. How you doing? All right. So I want to pull on down. Many folks, they put the 4s in, the 7s in, and the 4s. Why? Because some people did not know about the anencephalia. Am I saying that right? And tonight you learned about it. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that we're talking about some powerful information here. 1, how to ignite and take flight in every area of your life, but also to know that you are not alone. Deanne Thomas, good to see you. How you doing? Please let us know where you're coming in from. And Dorothy Ross wanted to say Psalms 121, 1 and 2 said, I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And that is what we were talking about a little bit earlier in this discussion, because we talked about some of the struggles, some of the hardships that Simone has gone through. And Claudia said, keep on smiling. And Katina York, she is coming all the way in from Tallahassee, Florida. And she also said, watching from Jamaica. Who's that? Trishan is watching from Jamaica. So we're happy to have you here. And if you are just joining this broadcast, I have a phenomenal guest with me tonight. She is a Guinness World Record holder. She's an international best-selling author. She's a philanthropist, and her name is Simone Rowe. And so we're going to get right back into this awesome conversation. We talked about what inspired her to come. We talked about her hardship and how it made her stronger. And now we want to talk a little more about her journey as a single mom, because especially during the COVID, you have children that you had to look after. They had to go to school there at home. And how are you going to make ends meet for your children? So can you tell us a little bit more about how it is, your journey as a single mother, and how it empowered and inspired you to become a writer? You're welcome.
So yes, being a single mom, I don't know if there's any single mom that is watching, but it's one of the hardest
I think your mic, I'm sorry, I think your mic is a little bit away from you. See if you can bring your mic just a bit closer.
Okay, are you hearing
Yes,
me now?
we can hear you. You still sound a little distant. Let me close your mic and reopen it. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, am I good now?
We can hear you, but it sounds distant. But go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that being a single mom, anyone who is a single mom, they know that it's a very demanding job. It's very hard, right? But not only am I a single mom, but I'm also a grieving mom as well. Because as I said, my son Gabriel, he passed away from anencephaly this January. So January 18th, he passed away, and February 7th, I did his funeral. And during that journey, I saw how it was impacting people. I saw that, I don't remember if I actually mentioned it when I was talking about what happened with the father. He walked away and family and friends was not there. And one of the things that God did for me was that he brought people in my life. So as I start praying and I start believing in him and I start trusting in him during my darkest moment is when he proved to me how powerful he is. So I remember at one point he spoke to my heart and he said, why don't you share your story? Why don't you share your story? And at first I was a bit skeptical because I know that a lot of people are judgmental. When you say certain things, people will come with their own conclusion without even knowing you. So I was thinking in regards to people being judgmental, being mean, and also I was thinking about the safety of my children. But then God kept talking to me and he keeps saying, I want you to share your story. But I didn't have any idea of what he was about to do, right? So it's very important that we as children of God be obedient to the voice of God, even if we don't know the outcome of what's going to happen. It's very important for us to be obedient, and that's one thing that I learned along the way. If I wasn't obedient to the voice of God, today I would not have wrote my first book. This is my book. You Are Not Alone, A Mother's Journey. I would not have wrote it, right? I remember even along the way, people were pressuring me to take the life of my son. I remember even the baby doctor that I was going to, I would not mention the name. He said to me, it's better you take it's better you do an abortion. Because I remember when I went to my last ultrasound there, he told me to get the paper in order to make an appointment to do an abortion. And that's one of the reasons why I never went back there, even though I decided to keep the baby, because I knew in my heart that he would not have given me the care that I was looking for. And I want to put this out there to anyone who is out there and who is listening. Please make sure that whatever decision that you're making in your life, you can live with it. It's something that you will live with and you won't live to regret it. So it's very hard. Great. I'm not gonna lie. Good. Sometimes I have to take that deep breath because it's a lot that I have in me that I want to share with the world based on what I have gone through. So as I said before, the father walked away. The family and friends that I thought was gonna be there was not there. And when I cried to God, I started seeing how powerful God is, because he started to bring me the help that he said in Psalms 121. He said, I am your help. He said, this is what we just read it a while ago. My help cometh from the Lord, right? So when I cry unto him, he was the one who sent the help to me, right? So he started to speak to me and he started to lead me in the way that he wanted me to go. And as I was obedient to him, I started to see him unfolding everything in front of my eyes. So one of the things that happened during this journey was that I reached out into a mother's group, into a couple mothers group actually.
Yes.
And while I was doing that, one of the reasons why I wanted to do that is because I wanted to see if anyone out there could actually relate to what I was experiencing with the news of having a baby with anencephaly.
Mhm.
And I also wanted to see if I could have like maybe get inspired by someone who has gone through that journey. Like, what are the odds? Like, are they telling me the truth and all of these things, right? Like, can this baby actually survive? Yes or no, right? But little did I know what God was doing into my life when I reach out. And when you read this book, you guys will see how powerful it is to pray and how powerful it is to trust in God. I would I would basically encourage every single person. You don't have to be a mother to actually go and read this book. If you have gone through depression, if you have gone through disappointment, if you have lost your faith in God, go and get a copy of this book. This book is gonna, I'm telling you, it's a powerful book. And when I reach out to those groups, I met some people along the way. And I'm telling you, no one cannot tell me that angels are not real, because God sent me some angels along the way that helped me through those dark moments. My family was not there, the friends were not there, the father of the baby walked away. But when I tell you that God brought the right people at the right time to fill in where those people were missing, God brought a replacement. And I'm telling you, sometimes in life, when people are not there for you, it's not that they are bad. It's because God is removing certain people out of your life so he can bring better people in your life. Right? And that's something that I want to leave with someone today. If you're going through a certain situation and you see that some people are not there for you, don't be mad at them. Don't be angry at them. Don't hold anything against them. Instead, turn to God and let God take care of you. Because God is going to bring the right people at the right time to take care of you the way that he knows it's best for you. And as you read this book, you will see how God works. And I remember you mentioned earlier that you wanted me to share something from the book, correct?
Yes, and I do. But before we do that, before we share that, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. She's gonna share something from the book. And then we're gonna talk about what lessons she's learned and that she's gonna share with the world. Okay. We're
Amen.
gonna take
Amen.
a quick break and we're gonna come right back. So don't go anywhere. Don't leave. You don't want to miss this. Okay. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. I'm incredibly excited to serve as a co-host for an event that you will not want to miss. Happening on December 5th, Pro Network is an event that has been designed to provide you with an opportunity to experience 4 different spectacular activities, all happening in one place. You will have access to engaging speakers, powerful networking, and boutique vendors who are prepared to usher you into the holiday shopping season. We want you there, and trust me, Pro Network is where you want to be. So click on the link below to register, and I can't wait to see you there.
Awesome. So please make sure Make sure you join Pro Network. You're going to have a wonderful time. Go ahead and register. Register for Pro Network. December 5th, it's on. It's the Pro Network virtual conference. The registration is free. And there you are right there. You can look at it right there and go ahead and check it out. You can also check out Pro Network on Facebook. It's right there for you. And not only that, you can go to the website, go to the Pro Network website or email rather, and email the ladies at Pro Network to get involved and get into it and do what you have been called to the planet to do. Get involved with Pro Network. So right back to it, folks. If you're just coming on board, I have a phenomenal show. I have the wonderful, amazing Guinness World Record holder. She's an international bestseller. She's a philanthropist. She's a single mom, and she's got a new book out called You Are Not Alone. And so she is going to read an excerpt from the book. But before she does that, I want to say hi to a few of you that's been chiming in. Angela said, power to single moms. Dorothy
Yay.
and Ross said, Simone, such an overcomes. You are, and we can learn much from your story. And then we have Miss Kathy Ray all the way from Clifton, New Jersey. Great to see you, Miss Kathy Ray. Savia Hewitt, good evening to you as well. Emilio Roman, thank you for joining us today. Let us know where you're coming in from. I think he's coming in from New Jersey. And Trishan said, what a powerful testimony. And of course, thank you so much. Make sure you check out Pro Network, and that's the Facebook page for Pro Network. So with no further ado, I'm going to slide right over while Miss Simone Rowe reads an excerpt from her wonderful new book, You Are Not Alone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is actually a poem that I wrote inside of the book, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that is going through certain things in your life and you feel as if you're alone. But I want to remind you that we are never truly alone, because the Bible tells us that God will never leave us nor forsake us. So even in our darkest moment, just remember that you are not alone. You might not see your parents, you may not see your friends, you may not see your family, but remember that God is always there. I remember when I was going through the first part before God started sending me the help, all I could say was that I was alone. And as you read the book, you will see where I got the title of this book from. It took so long for me to get this title because I wanted it to be a title that everyone could relate to. And I know that every single person in this life, at some point, you feel as if you were going through something alone. But remember, you are never alone. So I'm going to be reading this part for you. So it's called You Are Not Alone. I may not be able to take away your pain, but I am here to tell you that someone does care. When you feel like your whole world is falling apart, always remember that God is holding you in his arms. When you want to talk, but no one is near, just remember that God is just a prayer away. Don't be afraid to cry when you are hurting, because that is a sign to God that you need him there. Hold on to your faith, even on your hardest days, because in the midst of the storm, God will put a smile on your face. So do not worry and never be afraid, because in the midst of your darkness, God will be your light. So that is one of the poems that I shared inside the book. So as you go and you read that book, I'm telling you, it's gonna touch you so much. I have a few people that have gone and read it, and all I can get is people telling me, my God, it is powerful. It is motivational. It is inspirational.
Wow. 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 You are not alone. So, those of you that follow my shows, you know that I'm doing some book readings coming really soon. So, this will be one of the books that we are going to review, the You Are Not Alone. And I challenge each and every one of you to grab that book. Go ahead and grab that book if you feel so led to grab that book so that you can be a part of the book reading. You cannot, you will not go wrong. Grab the book. There's the link. Go right to Amazon and grab the book. It's very affordable. You cannot beat it. You can get it on Kindle for $2.99. You can get it in paperback version for $14.97. You can grab that book and it will change your life forever. It will change your life forever. So thank you so much for reading that excerpt from the book. So see, folks, you get some secret sauce when you come to the Lotus Richey Ignite show. You get some secret sauce. So here is another little secret sauce for you, just in case those of you out there, entrepreneurs that need a little help. We're going to take a quick break and we're coming right back. Many people are trying to get in front of people on social media and don't know how because they don't know how to live stream. Well, you've come to the right place at the right time. And if you want to get noticed, you need to see Lotus. So reach out to her at www.lotusigniteyou.com. That's www.lotusigniteyou.com so that you can get in front of the people that need your services and your products today. Awesome, awesome. And guess what? We got another one coming for you. Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. I'm incredibly excited to serve as a co-host for an event that you will not want to miss. Happening on December 5th, Pro Network is an event that has been designed to provide you with an opportunity to experience 4 different spectacular activities, all happening in one place. You will have access to engaging speakers, powerful networking, and boutique vendors who are prepared to usher you into the holiday shopping season. We want you there, and trust me, Pro Network is where you want to be. So click on the link below to register, and I can't wait to see you there. You want to be a celebrity guest on the show, and you want to know where to go? Well, go to www.lotusricheyigniteyou.com. Again, that's www.lotusricheyigniteyou.com to be the celebrity on the show.
All right, and we are back with my esteemed guest, author, Guinness World Record holder, single mom, powerhouse, Miss Simone Rowe. And Simone, we have some wonderful comments and we're going to go right to them. Kamisha says, powerful poem. Claudia says, powerful book. Angela says, very powerful. And Trishan says, that poem brings comfort to my brokenness. Wow. Wow. So
thank you guys.
yeah, so we have one more question. We're gonna keep her pouring out to us. We have one more question. Actually, we have two more questions.
Somebody want to say hi real quick?
Okay, please bring them on. Hi.
Say hi.
Hi. Hey there. This
So
is her
this
little
is
girl,
Grace.
her daughter. Hi, Grace. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
So she just wanted to say hi to you guys real quick.
Right. So I knew she had a daughter named Grace, but I had not seen, well, I'd seen Grace in some other pictures, but I never seen her live time. So thank you. Hey, young man. How you
And
doing?
this is Dante.
Hi.
Hey, Dante, how are you? And see, I've seen Dante in pictures, but never like close up, like on live. So thank you so much. Mwah! Kisses to the children. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you
I
so
appreciate
much.
it. You're welcome. So let's get to the nitty gritty. We are close to the top of the hour. We're about 7 minutes to the top of the hour, and we're going to go with these last few questions because people want to know, what lessons have you learned that you have shared with the world?
So one of the lessons that I've learned is never be judgmental towards anyone, because we don't know what someone is going through. As a person that was judged wrongfully, and I told you I reached out while I was going through my depression and stuff, and God sent me some really good people along the way, but everybody knows that in everything there is good and bad.
Yes.
So there were some negative people that I met along the way. At one point they were telling me that I was lying about my son condition because I was looking to scam people. So that was one of the things that they were putting on me while I was sharing my story on the internet, right? And that almost brought me back into depression because I didn't understand why, because I didn't really share it on Facebook. I was sharing it in mother's group, right? So I thought that place would have been safe, and mothers would know that as a single mom and as a person going through such a sensitive thing, that they would have been more understanding. But I came to find out that regardless of what you are going through, there's always going to be people who can be mean towards us. Yes. So one of the lessons I found that I learned is that never to be judgmental towards anyone, even if it does not look right to you. It is not up to us to judge them. Let God be the judge.
Yep.
Right?
I like that.
Another lesson I learned is that it is very important for us to seek help. So, and I want to read this real quick, if that's okay.
Of course.
So I have a quote in my book that I wrote. So it says, don't be afraid to seek help when you need it. Instead, be more afraid to suffer in silence, because it will surely destroy you. I think that a lot of people who develop depression is because they suffer in silence. They are afraid to share their story, so therefore they choose to go through it alone, right? Which they're not really alone, but they need physical help as well. And that's one thing that I realized when I was going through what I was going through. I have people telling me that they were praying for me, but they were not there physically to help me. And that is what I had to pray for God to bring me physical help. And as you read this book, you guys will see that that's what God did. And at the end, because of the death of my son, I decided to start helping people. So I turned whatever I was going through, I did not just let it die. I go and I write a book about my son's journey. So that means my son is gonna live on forever. And not only that, but I started a good deed charity program in his name, and I started to help people in Jamaica. So far, I've sent off 6 barrels, six barrels I sent off to Jamaica just this year. And right now I have 2 more barrels that I'm working on to be sent off to help people in Jamaica. So everything that I've gone through, I decided to turn it around by the help of God and the strength of God. I turn it around and I turn my life into being a blessing unto others.
Wow. I love it. So I know about the Good Deeds program because you and I have talked before about the Good Deeds program and all of the things that you're doing to help people in Jamaica to overcome some of the hardships. So what I like you to do, if you would, tell us a little bit more about the Good Deeds program. Tell us what it is and how it serves the needs of those who are in Jamaica.
So my good deed charity program is called Blessing Others as God Blesses Me. And the reason why I called it that in the beginning is because whatever God blessed me with, I always try to be a blessing unto others, right? When God bless you, you be a blessing unto others. That's all we be blessed, because when we give is what we get back in return. And this came about basically after my son passed away. I felt like I was going back through depression again. And I started to pray and I said, God, what would you like me to do to take my mind off of all of what I'm going through? Because I'm a single mom. I'm a grieving mom. This is just a lot for me. So one of the things that God put in my heart is to first, he said, I want you to donate everything that you got for your son. Since your son is no longer here, you're gonna bless. You're gonna give it back. So I choose to bless Jamaica with it. So that's when I packed 2 barrels and I send it off to Jamaica, and I started to help people in the community. Keep in mind, I did this in February. So this was February 22nd when I started this. The barrel landed in March in Jamaica. And if you guys remember, that was the same time that the pandemic started.
Yep.
So it's like God already designed everything that was supposed to be in place. He knew what was going to happen before it even happened, right? So the barrel reached to Jamaica right in time for the pandemic. And I remember my mom was giving out the stuff them down there, and my mom called me, and my mom is like, oh my God, Simone, there are so much people in need. We didn't even get to help everybody who was in need. And then the Lord said to me, you know what? I want you to start a good deed charity program where you're collecting donations and start blessing the poor. So I decided to start doing that, and I would spend like 3 hours on the internet just praying, just motivation, just inspirational messages, and asking for donations in order to help people. So far we send off 6 barrels. Now I'm working on 2 more barrels right now, and I have a lot of clothes, but what I'm looking for mostly is financial assistance and food, because I know that there's a lot of people in Jamaica that are hungry and they need food, not just clothing, but they need food as well. Whew, sorry guys.
So while she takes a breath, let's go ahead and look at some of the comments. Miss Katina York said, let God be the judge. That's right.
Amen.
And she also said, God will send complete strangers in your life to bless you more than people you have known for decades. It's called divine connections.
That
Amen.
is the truth.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Yes.
So how can people reach out to you and get food or services or something to you so that you can continue doing the great work that you're doing for the folks over in Jamaica?
So they can reach out to me on Facebook, which is Simone Rowe, or they can go through my Good Deed Charity program that is blessing others as God blesses me. And as they donate, actually today actually I just send off donation that I collected for a person who is fighting sickle cell. So I was doing a video online and he reached out to me, and at first I didn't have any donation to help him. So I told him I'm gonna be praying for him and stuff like that. And then I start praying, and then I did a video and I start asking, and someone donate, 2 people donate actually. And today I was able to send him the money for him to buy medication. I remember he keep texting me and he says, Simone, I can't even sleep. The pain is just so unbearable, right? So as you donate, it don't just go towards burial, it goes towards people who are fighting different illnesses. Like, for instance, there's another woman that is fighting cancer. She was fighting cancer, plus she was hungry with her mom because her mom lost her job due to the pandemic. And then she was very sick from cancer and stuff like that. So they didn't have food to eat. And I remember they came on my video one night when I was doing my live video, and God spoke to my heart, and God said, I want you to reach out to this person and I want you to help this person. And I didn't have anything to help them. So what I did is that I go on Facebook Live and I start preaching the word of God, and I have my children, them singing and stuff like that. And I said, if anybody would like to donate to this person, you know, she's going through this and so forth. And I think 2 people donated, and I sent her the money, and I told her, buy some food for you and your mom, because they were going, I think she said almost maybe like 4 days without food.
Wow. That's
and
a long
she's
time.
fighting cancer as well. So just imagine, sometimes we have no idea what people are going through. No
That's right.
idea. You know, sometimes I look at myself and I said, oh my goodness, my life is so difficult. But then when you look at someone else's life, you said, oh my goodness, my life is nothing compared to someone else's. You know?
That's true. Amen. So listen, folks, we are just past the top of the hour. If you, I know you enjoyed Miss Simone Rowe, and we will be having her back on the show again. So get your questions ready, and don't forget, go ahead and reach out to her. And you can reach out to her right there, get her book to help her do some of the things that she's trying to do. Go ahead. She's also got a book cover competition. Go ahead and vote for her on her book cover competition. She needs all the help she could get. Make sure you chime in, vote for her right there. And most importantly, take those words of wisdom, those nuggets that she's given us on the show today. And remember, never be judgmental, because you don't know what's going on in a person's life. And also, it's important to seek help, because you are oftentimes not the only one that's going through what you're going through. But if you never seek help, people may not know that they can help you. So reach out. And also, don't forget her nonprofit. It is called Blessing Others as God Blesses Me, Good Deeds Charity Program. So make sure you reach out to her on Facebook Live. You can reach out to her, get her book. You see it scrolling down below. Get her book, reach out to her, and help make a difference. And Claudia said, amen. Well, thank you so much, Claudia. And those of you that have not liked, share, and start a watch party, go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that tonight you heard the remarkable Simone Rowe doing good deeds here on the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. So Simone, with no further ado, can you share your final words of wisdom with all of our viewers?
Yes. So you guys already know what I have gone through in my life. A single mother, a grieving mother, so much different things. Some things I did not even mention. As you read my book, you guys will see the things that I've encountered in my life. But one thing I want to leave with anybody today that is watching or will be watching is that do not allow the situation that you go through to define you. You are a conqueror. You are a survivor. You are a fighter. Do not give up, even when it feels as if you're gonna be defeated. Do not give in. Keep on going. If I can do it, I know that it's in you that you can do it as well. Also, remember that no matter how your situation look, God is with you. God has never left you. He will never forsake you. He said it in his word, and he has proven himself to me over and over again. So make sure you remember that moment when you're going through something very deep, very dark. Just remember my voice when I say to you, you are not alone. God is with you, and someone cares about you. Sometimes you just have to go and seek the help. One of the things that I realized after I wrote this book, and I have some people that read this book, is that people were saying to me that they did not know how to actually relate to me. Like, oh, because I remember even when my son passed away and I went to my son's school, the teacher was afraid to approach me because she said she didn't know what to say to me. Because of what have happened, my son passed away. She didn't know what to say to me. But I want to tell someone out there, if you know someone who have lost a child, it's better for you to be there for that person than you not being there for that person. Try to see how you can be there, even if it's just you being there and just hugging that person. Let that person know that they have a shoulder to cry on rather than they going through it alone. Do you get what I mean? So please just always remember, seek help if you need it. Don't go through it by yourself. You don't have to go through it by yourself. I want to leave that very important message with someone tonight who is watching. Do not go through it by yourself, because depression is a killer, and don't be a victim of it.
Awesome. Fantastic. Super amazing. So, Simone, I'm happy to finally have you on my show.
Thank you.
We are going to have you back again. And thank you
Awesome.
so much. I want to thank you. We have people still streaming in. We have Denise Simpson Hurst all the way from Chicago. We have Janice Fawless. Thank you so much, both of you ladies streaming in. And Krishan said, thank you for the encouragement. My faith is lifted in Jesus. Well, thank
Amen.
you so much. And don't forget, folks, go ahead and grab this read. Grab this read, and you will definitely be impacted, inspired, and empowered by this read. You Are Not Alone by my phenomenal guest, Simone Rowe. So with that being said, we want to thank each and every one of you. We want to thank each and every one of you for being here with us. And if you have not got that book, go right there to Amazon. It's very affordable. You can grab that book and start reading it today. You can get it on Kindle. It's only $2.99. You will be happy you did. And Claudia Douglas, she says, thank you, Miss Lotus, for your show. It was a blessing. And thank you, Claudia. And those of you that have not liked, shared, and started a watch party, what are you waiting for? Please like, share, and start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that you heard a phenomenal show tonight on Lotus Richey Ignites, igniting you and bringing inspiration to every nation with my phenomenal guest, Miss Simone Rowe. Until we meet again, be blessed. Be blessed and don't be stressed. And don't forget, make sure you join me here on December 5th. December 5th, we've got the Pro Network International Expo. Make sure you join us. Thank you so much and have a good night.
Hello, everyone. I'm incredibly excited to serve as a co-host for an event that you will not want to miss. Happening on December 5th, Pro Network is an event that has been designed to provide you with an opportunity to experience 4 different spectacular activities, all happening in one place. You will have access to engaging speakers, powerful networking, and boutique vendors who are prepared to usher you into the holiday shopping season. We want you there, and trust me, Pro Network is where you want to be. So click on the link below to register, and I can't wait to see you there.
Awesome, awesome. So again, folks, I had a phenomenal guest. Simone Rowe. I just want to thank you, send just so much love and appreciation to her children, to Simone Rowe, and to all those in Jamaica that's helping to make the change and helping people that need help. So make sure you check my show out on Wednesday. I've got another incredible show coming up tomorrow with another phenomenal powerhouse you don't want to miss, Miss Katina York. You are going to be overwhelmed, over empowered, and over inspired as you come to the show tomorrow. And just know, if you want to be a celebrity on the show, make sure you contact me, reach out to me, and get with me. And so I want to share this with you. She is going to be on my show tomorrow night. I'm telling you, she is a powerhouse, Miss Katina York. You do not want to miss this show. And again, like I said, if you want to be a celebrity on the show, make sure you get with me to be the celebrity on the show. And so with no further ado, I will get right back at you on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Lotus Richey Ignite Show, where I'm telling you, come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've got room around my table for you, because I am bringing inspiration to every nation. And guess what? You should too. Have a good evening.